A new front may be forming in the Middle East. Reports now claim Iranian commanders are directly steering Hezbollah, preparing it for war if the United States strikes Iran. And if that happens, Israel could be the first battlefield. According to Saudi outlet Al Arabiya, officers from Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps have effectively taken charge of Hezbollah operations. Some of these officers reportedly arrived in Lebanon recently. Their mission: rebuild Hezbollah's military capabilities after 14 months of fighting with Israel that ended in a November 2024 truce. Sources cited in the report say IRGC officers are personally briefing Hezbollah operatives and coordinating with its missile units, including in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley. That same region was hit by Israeli airstrikes overnight, with casualties reported. The Israeli military said it targeted Hamas and Hezbollah command centers. Israeli media report that Jerusalem has identified preparations by Hezbollah's rocket forces. The concern: if Washington strikes Iran, Hezbollah could launch attacks in coordination with Tehran. Public broadcaster Khan says Israel expects Hezbollah to act alongside the IRGC, Iranian-backed militias in Iraq, and Yemen's Houthis. Haaretz reports recent Israeli airstrikes were aimed at degrading Hezbollah's capabilities ahead of possible escalation. And Israel has reportedly conveyed a stark warning: if Hezbollah intervenes, the response will be severe. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has amassed forces in the region. He has repeatedly threatened military action against Iran, first over its domestic crackdown and more recently over its nuclear program. Channel 12 reports Trump is leaning toward a strike, but has agreed to give Tehran a short window to present a proposal in indirect nuclear talks. An unnamed U.S. official reportedly described Trump's 10 to 15-day deadline as not scientific. Trump has demanded Iran abandon enrichment entirely, though reports suggest he may allow limited symbolic activity. Hezbollah's leader, Naim Qassem, has warned the group would not remain neutral if Iran is attacked. Iran, according to Israeli media, is pressuring Hezbollah to join any confrontation. At the same time, Lebanon's internal politics are shifting. President Joseph Aoun, elected in January 2025, has pledged to enforce a state monopoly on arms, a move widely seen as aimed at curbing Hezbollah's military power. Anti-Hezbollah outlet Nida al-Watan quotes political sources urging Beirut to declare neutrality in the event of a U.S.-Iran war. They're warning Hezbollah could drag Lebanon into another devastating conflict. This is no longer just about Iran. It is about a network of forces stretching from Lebanon to Iraq to Yemen. If Washington strikes Tehran, the response may not come from Iran alone.
Hundreds of men in uniform marched in silence, boots striking the ground in unison, weapons slung across their shoulders. A final salute to fallen fighters. This is eastern Baalbek of Lebanon, where hundreds of Hezbollah supporters and fighters gathered for a funeral procession of senior Hezbollah commander Hussein Yaghi and a number of other operatives. They were killed in Israeli strikes against Bekaa. Yaghi was the son of prominent Hezbollah official and one of its founders, Mohammed Yaghi, who died in 2023. Mohammed Yaghi was also a close aide to the late Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah, who was killed in an Israeli airstrike in September 2024. The funeral became more than mourning. It became a message, a display of loyalty. Coffins were carried toward the Martyrs' Paradise Cemetery, escorted by rows of uniformed men. The procession turned into a powerful show of force. Men dressed in military fatigues led the march, moving in tight formation. The fighters marched shoulder to shoulder. Their presence was unmistakable and a chilling reminder to Israel. A reminder that Hezbollah is still alive and ready.
It is important to realize that this resistance will not end, nor will its role be undermined, as it is an everlasting, perpetual resistance, God willing. We hope that both the Lebanese people and government embrace this resistance against the Israeli enemy. This violation by the Israeli enemy is not accepted by anyone, as it is deplorable. He is definitely a landmark in the city of Baalbek and a prominent mujahid and a continuation of his father's footsteps. We know his father was one of the founders of this path, so we are talking about a young man who followed his father's lead and remained unwavering in various battlefields, primarily men of might battle. He left his mark just like many of the mujahideen. He proved to be an expert both in this battle and in handling the men of might battle and its aftermath.
The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, on Friday confirmed that its forces struck and eliminated several Hezbollah operatives across 3 different command centers in the Bekaa area, accusing them of planning attacks against Israel. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun strongly condemned the Israeli airstrikes on Sidon area and the towns of Bekaa, calling them a violation of Lebanon's sovereignty and a clear breach of international commitments. Lebanese media reported that at least 12 were killed and dozens were injured in the Israeli strikes. Israel has conducted several raids in Lebanon since the ceasefire agreement with Hezbollah came into effect on November 27, 2024. Israel claims its strikes targeted Hezbollah's infrastructure and operatives in Lebanon. Israeli military action risks testing a fragile U.S.-brokered ceasefire from 2024. That agreement, brokered by former U.S. President Joe Biden, aimed to end over a year of cross-border fire between Israel and the Iran-aligned group. Hezbollah started the attacks after Israel launched its offensive on Gaza, following a Hamas-led operation in southern Israel on 7 October 2023. Israel responded with regular strikes and shelling. Tensions escalated from a low-scale conflict to a full-scale war in September 2024. The existing truce reduced the attacks, but hasn't fully stopped them. Israel has accused Hezbollah of trying to rebuild and says its attacks are aimed at preventing the group's rearmament and exclusively target their members and infrastructure.